Do not scroll past this moment. I have orchestrated this very second for your ears to hear and your heart to receive. This is not a coincidence, nor is it a random suggestion of an algorithm. This is a divine summons, a holy appointment that was written in the stars before you were even formed. You have been searching for a sign, crying out in the silence of your room, and today the silence ends. I am here speaking directly to your spirit, whispering into the depths of your soul. This is a command, not a mere invitation. It is a moment of cosmic alignment where the heavens have paused to deliver a message that will alter the trajectory of your life forever. Turn off every distraction. Silence the noise of the world and the chatter of your anxious mind. Let my voice resonate within your bones, for what I am about to reveal is the blueprint for your liberation. If you turn away now, you're not just skipping a video, you're walking away from the very rescue you prayed for. Listen closely, for the frequency of my grace is tuned to this exact moment, and I'm calling you by name. Look around you, for the spiritual atmosphere is shifting even as you breathe. Can you feel the tension in the air? The seasons are changing, and the old structures that once held you are beginning to crumble to make way for the new. You're standing at a threshold, a thin veil between the pain you have known and the promise I have made. For years, you have lived in the hallway of life, waiting for a breakthrough that seemed to never arrive. But I tell you now, the doors of the past are swinging shut. This is a time of extreme transition. The universe is rearranging itself to accommodate the destiny I've placed inside you. The cycles of struggle, the patterns of lack, and the heavy chains of delay are reaching their final expiration date. But hear me clearly. My beloved, the door does not stay open forever. There is a window of opportunity, a divine portal that is currently wide enough for you to pass through, but the hinges are moving. This is the threshold of your life, the dividing line between what was and what will be. Do not let the familiar comfort of your cage keep you from the terrifying glory of your freedom. I warn you with the love of a father, if you wait one more heartbeat, if you delay your obedience by even a second, the sound of that door closing will be the last thing you hear from your old season. This is a decree, a royal mandate issued from the throne of grace. I am closing the chapters of sorrow and opening the gates of sudden provision, but you must be present and fully awake to walk through. This is not a time for passive listening. It is a time for spiritual activation. The enemy has tried to lull you into a spirit of slumber, making you believe you have all the time in the world to change, but the clock of heaven is striking the midnight hour. Your someday is becoming today. Your one day is now. I am calling you to focus with an intensity you have never known. Tapping into this message is your first act of faith. Let this word vibrate in your marrow and settle in your heart. This is the burning bush in your wilderness, the light on your dark path, and the anchor for your drowning soul. Stay with me. Do not turn aside and do not blink, for your miracle is not just coming, it is standing right in front of you, waiting for you to step across the threshold before the gate is sealed. My child, do not let your heart be troubled, for the words I speak to you are life. If you stay with me until the final echo of this message, something profound is going to shift within your very cells. I see the invisible weight you have been carrying, the burden of almost and not yet that has bent your spirit and tired your bones. I am here to break that heaviness. By the time this communication is complete, you will feel a literal release from the stagnation that has haunted you for years. It is as if a dam is breaking in the spiritual realm, allowing the waters of my grace to wash away the silt of your past failures. I'm bringing you into a season of extreme clarity, the fog that has clouded your judgment, the confusion that has kept you pacing in circles, and the brain fog that made you doubt your own purpose. It is all being burned away by the light of my presence. You will see your next step, not as a shadow, but as a path lit by the midday sun. You will know exactly what to do, who to speak to, and where to go. This is the moment where the how becomes clear. I am also bringing a divine restoration to the table. I know you feel like you have lost time, that the years have been stolen by bad decisions, heartbreaks, or the cruelty of others. But I am the master of time, and I am telling you today that I am restoring the years that the locusts have eaten. Every opportunity you thought was gone forever is being recirculated in my hand. Doors you thought were rusted shut are being oiled by my favor right now. As you listen to the end, you will feel the strength of 1,000 lions rising within you. The posture of a victim is falling off like old skin, and you are being clothed in the mantle of a victor. You will not walk away from this encounter the same way you entered. Your feet will feel light, your vision will be sharp, and your heart will be anchored in a peace that defies all logic. This is my promise to you. Wait with me, endure the process of this word, and you will emerge as the chosen one you were always meant to be. The weight on your shoulders is about to become the wind beneath your wings, and you will walk with the stride of one who has already won the battle. My precious child, I have been watching you. I have seen the nights when you lay awake staring at the ceiling while the rest of the world slept in peace. I have seen the tears you wiped away in secret, the ones you didn't even have words for. You feel as though you are carrying a mountain on your back, and you wonder why your body feels so heavy. I want you to know that I see every sign. I see the tightness in your chest that feels like an invisible hand pressing down on your heart, making it difficult to take a full breath. I see the persistent tension in your neck and shoulders, a physical manifestation of the spiritual burdens you were never meant to carry alone. You feel a constant nagging exhaustion that no amount of sleep can cure because your soul is tired, not just your body. I see the fog that settles over your mind, making simple decisions feel like insurmountable obstacles. These are not just physical ailments, they are signals that you have reached the edge of your own strength and are ready for mine. I have listened to the whispers of your mind when you think you are falling behind. I see the sudden, unexplained anxiety that grips you when you think about the future, a fear that you are missing something important or that your destiny has somehow passed you by. I see you losing interest in the things that once brought you joy, not because you have become bitter, but because your spirit is outgrowing your current environment. You are in a waiting room that has become too small for the giant I'm building inside of you. I see the procrastination that paralyzes you, which is actually a hidden fear of the greatness I've placed within you. You feel a strange sense of boredom combined with an intense urgency, a feeling that something big is about to happen, yet everything in your physical reality seems to be standing still. This internal friction is the sound of your old life grinding to a halt so that your new life can begin. I see the patterns in your life that seem to repeat like a broken record. I see the toxic people from your past who suddenly resurface, trying to pull you back into the shadows you already fought so hard to escape. I see the financial loops, where every time you get ahead, an unexpected bill or a setback arrives to drain your reservoir. I see the feeling of being misunderstood by those closest to you, as if you are speaking a language of the spirit that they can no longer translate. Most of all, I see the spiritual silence that haunts you. You feel as though I have stopped answering, as though my voice has faded into the distance. But I tell you now, my silence is not abandonment. It is the silence of a teacher during a final exam. It is the silence of a father watching his child take the first step of faith. The noise of your fear has been so loud that you couldn't hear my whisper, but the fog is lifting now. These 20 signs, the heaviness, the confusion, the isolation, the cycles, are not proofs of your failure. They are the credentials of your calling. You are being overloaded because you are being prepared for a massive upgrade. Listen to me. My beloved, this weariness you feel, this soul-deep exhaustion that weighs on your heart, is not a sign of your weakness. It is a sign of your capacity. You're not broken, you are being stretched. Imagine a great eagle forced to live in a bird cage. The discomfort, the irritation, the constant rubbing of wings against the bars, that is not because there is something wrong with the eagle. It is because the cage has become too small for its destiny. You are feeling the friction of an environment that can no longer contain the greatness I've placed within you. You are carrying a heavy weight, a massive assignment in an atmosphere that is too thin to support it. The pressure you feel is not here to crush you, but to catalyze your flight. I do not give big assignments to small people. The fact that you have survived this long under such pressure is proof of the iron I have placed in your blood. Stop judging yourself by the standards of those who were never meant to carry what you carry. Your struggle is not a lack of faith. It is the labor pains of a new world being born through you. You must understand that we are not fighting against flesh and blood, nor are we fighting against your own personality flaws. You are warring against patterns. You are battling the residues of a past that was never yours to begin with. The stagnation you see in your life, the delay that feels like walking through thick mud is not your identity, it is a spiritual residue. You are fighting the shadows of your lineage, the echoes of the no that was spoken to your ancestors. But I have called you to be the chosen one who says yes. You were handpicked to be the one who terminates the cycles of poverty, the one who breaks the curse of silence, and the one who ends the tradition of barely making it. When you feel like you are falling apart, you are actually falling into alignment. You are being dismantled so that I can rebuild you with materials that are fireproof. This process is not a punishment for who you were. It is an initiation for who you are becoming. The very things that tried to bury you are becoming the soil in which I am planting the seeds of your future authority. You are the pivot point for your entire family tree. I have looked through the generations and I have chosen you to be the one who stands in the gap. This is why the resistance has been so fierce. The darkness recognized your potential before you did. It tried to smother you with shame and doubt so that you would never realize that you hold the keys to the kingdom. But I am speaking over you, now you are not behind. You're exactly where you need to be to receive the upgrade. You are not losing, you are being refined. The patterns of the past stop with you. The delay ends here. The chosen one status is not a burden of perfection, but a mantle of perseverance. I have given you the strength to stand when everyone else sat down. I have given you the heart to love when everyone else turned to hate. Now I'm giving you the vision to see that every struggle was a signal. The signal is clear, the season of hiding is over. The time for you to emerge as the victor I created you to be is at hand. Behold, I stand at the door and I knock. For too long you have waited for the door to open on its own, but I have given you the key of the spoken word. Your voice is not just a tool for communication, it is a weapon of creation. When you speak my truth, you are not just making noise, you are rearranging the fabric of your reality. I am the potter and you are the clay, but I have also made you a co-creator in this journey. The weapon I am upgrading within you today is the power of the divine decree. Every word you utter in alignment with my will acts as a hammer against the walls that have imprisoned you. You must understand that the silence of the past was not a lack of power, but a season of gathering your strength. Now the time for silence is over. I'm calling you to awaken to stand at the threshold of your own destiny, and to realize that I'm knocking from the inside of your heart, asking you to let the greatness out. There are 7 layers of invisible barriers that have been constructed around your life. Some were built by the words of others, some by your own fears, and some by the ancient shadows of your bloodline. These layers act like a veil obscuring the abundance that I have already provided for you. But as we move forward together, each declaration we make will act as a spiritual scalpel, peeling back these layers, one by one. You must prepare your mind for this upgrade. Agreement is the currency of heaven. If you agree with the lack, you stay in the desert. If you agree with my abundance, you enter the promised land. Your mind must become a fortress of faith, refusing to house the thoughts of the enemy. I'm asking you to sharpen your focus and prepare your spirit, for we are about to engage in a process of divine deconstruction. Every loop of failure, every cycle of disappointment is about to be dismantled by the authority of the word I've placed in your mouth. This is your awakening. To be chosen means to be set apart for a specific function, and your function today is to speak light into your darkness. Do not look at your current circumstances as permanent fixtures. Look at them as temporary obstacles that are subject to change. The frequency of your faith is rising, and as it does, the vibrations of heaven will begin to shatter the glass ceilings above your head. I've already gone before you to make the crooked places straight, but you must be the one to walk the path. Your weapon is ready. Your voice is the trigger. Your heart is the target. As you prepare to declare the fire of heaven over your life, know that the universe is standing at attention, waiting for the command of the chosen one. The transition from victim to victor begins with a single sound, a single breath of agreement with the one who called you by name before the foundation of the world. My child, the moment of activation has arrived. I'm calling you to step out of the shadows of passivity and into the light of bold declaration. This is not a moment for idle watching. It is a moment for spiritual engagement. I want you to perform an act of faith right now that will serve as a permanent marker in the spirit realm. Before I release the floodgates of the blessing I have prepared for you, you must declare your readiness. Type this now in the comments. Divine fire, cover me now. Do not see this as a simple comment on a screen. See it as a seal, a divine signature on the contract of your destiny. By typing these words, you are inviting my holy presence to envelop your life, your home, and your future. You are signaling to the heavens and the earth that you are no longer a bystander in your own life, but a participant in my divine plan. Declare it with authority, for the gates of heaven are swinging open to those who dare to speak my name. As you seal this word with your comment, I also invite you to join this family of believers by pressing the like button. This is not about numbers, it is about agreement. In the spirit realm, agreement releases momentum. When you hit that button, you are saying amen to everything I am speaking over you. You are joining your faith with the collective frequency of those I have called out of the darkness. And hear this prophetic word in the very instant your finger touches that screen in agreement. A chain that has been wrapped around your ankles for years is beginning to fracture. I see the cracks forming in the invisible iron that has kept you stagnant. The momentum you have lacked is being restored. By liking and subscribing to this journey, you are telling the universe that you are ready to walk in the new rhythm I have set for you. You are no longer alone. You are part of a holy movement. The chains are breaking, the path is clearing, and the fire is falling. Believe it, receive it, and watch as I make all things new. Now, my beloved, I want you to take a moment and lift your eyes. Physically look up from this screen for just a second and gaze into the space around you, realizing that the atmosphere is saturated with my presence. You have spent so much time looking down at your problems, down at your phone, down at the dust of your disappointments. But I am calling you to look up, for your redemption's drawing near. Look into the infinite expanse of my power, where there are no limits, no boundaries, and no impossibilities. The screen you hold is small, but the God who holds you is vast. Feel the shift in your perspective as you acknowledge that the creator of the galaxies is focusing his entire attention on you right now. You are not a speck of dust in a chaotic universe. You are the apple of my eye, and I am realigning your sight to see things as I see them. Hear my command. Lower your ego and raise your authority. The ego is the part of you that trembles in fear, that worries about what people think, and that tries to solve every problem with human logic. Let it go. Lay down the need to be right, the need to be understood, and the need to be in control. As your ego descends, my divine authority within you will rise. You're no longer a victim of your circumstances. You are the one I've commissioned to set the atmosphere of your life. You do not have to wait for things to change to be at peace. You bring the peace that changes things. When you walk into a room, the shadows must flee, not because of who you are in yourself, but because of who is in you. You are a gatekeeper of the spirit, a ruler of your own soul, and a vessel of my sovereign will. Stand tall in this new identity, for you are royalty in the kingdom of light. Now breathe. Take a deep, slow breath and feel the weight of my glory settling upon you. Inhale my authority and exhale your anxiety. Inhale my strength and exhale your weariness. This is the rhythm of heaven. Let the tension in your jaw dissolve and the tightness in your chest loosen. In this stillness, in this deliberate pause, I am recalibrating your heart to beat in sync with mine. You are being anchored. You are being stabilized. The storms may still rage outside, but inside you, there is a great calm. This silence is not empty. It is full of the power that created the world. Stay in this posture of alignment. Do not rush. Let every cell of your body recognize its maker. You are now positioned for the fire that is about to fall. You are ready to receive the 7 rounds of breakthrough that will shatter every remaining barrier. The atmosphere is now heavy with my glory, and the ground beneath your feet is holy. We begin the first round of total spiritual purification. I am targeting the spirit of slumber that has tried to keep you paralyzed in the mundane. You have felt a heaviness, a lethargy that no amount of rest could cure. This was the enemy's attempt to keep you in the waiting room until your fire went out. But I tell you now the slumber is broken. I am breathing my breath of life into your lungs once again. I break the slumber. I ignite the fire. I command every spirit of laziness and every shadow of fear that has kept you in your comfort zone to flee. Feel it now, a sudden, sharp surge of divine electricity running up your spine. It is the awakening of your true self. The chosen one is no longer sleeping. You are rising, you are alert, and you are ready to claim what I have written in your name. Round 2. The closing of ancient doors. I see you looking back, my child. I see the ghosts of who you used to be and the people who no longer belong in your destiny. You have been carrying the weight of expired relationships and promises made to a version of yourself that no longer exists. Today, I am the one who shuts the door. What is dead must stay dead. I seal the door of yesterday with the blood of the Lamb. No longer will your past have a voice in your future. No longer will regret be the soundtrack of your dreams. I'm severing the cords of soul ties that have drained your energy. As I speak these words, imagine a cold, lingering wind of the past blowing out of your chest, leaving behind a profound and holy warmth. The door is locked. The key is thrown away. You cannot go back, and you no longer want to. Your future is too bright to be viewed through the lens of your history. Round 3. The healing of the temple. I'm touching your nervous system right now. For too long, you have lived in a state of high alert, your body flooded with the chemicals of survival. I see the cortisol rising, the heart racing for no reason, and the tension that lives in the base of your skull. I command your biology to align with my peace. Peace, be still. I command your synapses to align with heaven. I am repairing the damage that chronic stress has done to your mind and body. Right now, feel your jaw unclench for the first time in weeks. Feel the pressure behind your eyes simply evaporate. Your cells are being bathed in the frequency of my love. You are moving from a state of fight or flight to a state of rest and reign. Your body is no longer a battlefield. It is a sanctuary. Round 4. the shattering of scarcity. I am turning my attention to your storehouse. The enemy has tried to convince you that there is never enough, that you must settle for crumbs while others feast. But I am the God of more than enough. I break the yoke of financial stagnation and the spirit of lack that has haunted your family line. The jar will not run dry. I open the floodgates of wisdom and divine ideas. I am releasing strategies for wealth and opportunities for increase that you did not even know existed. As you listen, feel your palms beginning to heat up. This is the sign of the impartation. You are being empowered to prosper. Your hands are no longer empty. They are becoming magnets for the resources required to fulfill your mission. You will not just survive, you will overflow, becoming a river of blessing to many. Round 5. The piercing of the veil. I see the thick fog that has surrounded your decision-making. You have felt confused, manipulated by the opinions of others, and unsure of which way to turn. I command the light to break through. Let there be light. Clarity is your inheritance. I am peeling back the scales from your eyes so that you can see the truth behind the lies. No more second-guessing. No more doubt. I am giving you the spirit of discernment to see the traps before they are set. Your vision is becoming sharp and focused. As if a dirty film has been wiped away from your eyes, the world will look different to you after this moment. You will see the path I have laid out, and you will walk it with unwavering confidence. Round 6. The removal of the gatekeepers. There are people and powers that have stood as barriers to your next level, intentionally blocking the resources and connections I have sent your way. They thought they had the final say over your promotion, but they forgot who sits on the throne. I'm removing the gatekeepers. I'm turning every barrier into a bridge and every mountain into a plain. Those who tried to stop you will now be forced to watch me bless you. Those who closed doors in your face will see me build a new house for you. Feel your body becoming light, as if the very gravity of your problems has been halved. You are rising above the level of your opposition. You are moving through obstacles that once seemed impassable, because the King of Glory is walking ahead of you. Round 7. The Great Acceleration. We reach the final round. I am redeeming the time the locusts have eaten. You feel like you have wasted years, but I am the God who can pack 7 years of progress into 7 days. I'm accelerating your healing, your promotion, and your joy. The delays are over. The slow season has expired. I am putting a supernatural wind at your back that will propel you into your destiny at a speed that will leave you breathless. Your heartbeat is now steady and strong, synchronized with the heartbeat of heaven. You're being charged with a new energy, a divine fuel that will not burn out. The shift has happened. The rounds are complete. The fire has fallen, and you are standing in the center of the miracle. My beloved, take a deep breath and feel the profound shift that has just occurred in the atmosphere of your life. The 7 rounds of divine fire were not just words. They were surgical strikes against the strongholds that have held you captive. You can feel it, can't you? The lightness in your spirit, the clarity in your thoughts, and the warmth returning to your heart. The battle you have fought for so long has reached a turning point, but victory must be consolidated. Just as a king secures his territory after a conquest, you must now seal the ground you have gained. Do not allow the enemy of your soul to whisper doubts or steal the seeds of transformation that have just been planted in your marrow. This is the moment where we lock in the frequency of heaven and make it your permanent reality. You are standing in a newly conquered land of peace, and I am here to ensure that no shadow of the past can reclaim it. Your words are the seal of your authority, and I am calling you to exercise that authority right now. Do not stay silent, for silence is where doubt grows. Type it again in the comments. Let the heavens hear your decree. No door is open to fear. As you type these words, visualize every entrance to your heart, your mind, and your home being reinforced with divine light. You are declaring to the seen and unseen worlds that the season of being intimidated is over. By making this declaration, you are participating in the finalization of your breakthrough. And as you do, press the like button once more to strengthen this shield of agreement. This action is more than just a gesture. It is a way to let this frequency reach others who are still trapped in the dark. You are becoming a beacon, and by liking this message, you are helping me find the other lost sheep who need this same liberation. It is time to establish a new rhythm for your life. You have lived far too long in the chaos of the world's noise, but I am offering you a daily walk in my presence. Subscribe to this sanctuary, not for the sake of a channel, but to anchor yourself in this new frequency of protection, clarity, and peace every single day. Let this be the start of your consistent journey with me. When you join this family of believers, you are choosing to feed your spirit with the bread of heaven rather than the husks of anxiety. What I have started in you today is not a one-time event. It is a permanent transformation that requires constant nurturing. Secure your place in this divine flow, for I have much more to reveal to you as we walk together. Your future is no longer a question mark. It is a statement of my glory. My dear child, listen to the stillness that is now surrounding you. You have done so well. You have stood firm through the fire, and you have let my word do its work in your soul. The intense heat of the battle is fading, and in its place I am releasing a gentle, cooling rain of my spirit. The noise of the conflict has ceased. The voices that shouted your failures and the whispers that amplified your inadequacies have been silenced by the roar of my love. I want you to feel my arms around you right now, a warm and impenetrable shield. You do not have to fight anymore. The victory has been secured not by your human striving, but by your humble surrender to my power. You are safe. You are covered. You are deeply unconditionally loved. Let the adrenaline leave your system. Let the tightness in your heart dissolve like mist in the morning sun. You are no longer in the furnace. You are in the garden of my peace. Now, let us settle this victory in your physical body, for the temple of my spirit must be at rest. Close your eyes for a moment, if you can, and take a deep, deliberate breath. Inhale my authority. Feel it filling your lungs, expanding your chest, and giving you the quiet strength of 100 generations. Now slowly exhale all the lingering anxiety, the what-ifs, and the heavy shadows of the past. Inhale my peace, the peace that surpasses all understanding, and exhale the deep-seated weariness of the long wait. You are being renewed from the inside out. I am putting a new song in your heart and a new marrow in your bones. You have been a warrior for so long, fighting battles that were never yours to win alone. But today, I am calling you to be a child, my child, resting in the shadow of the Almighty. There is nothing left to fear. The enemy has retreated into the darkness, and the path ahead of you is clear and bright. I am not a distant God watching from a cold and far-off throne. I am the Father who ran to meet you while you were still a long way off. I am the shepherd who walked through the darkest valley just to find you and carry you home on my shoulders. The struggle you endured was not a sign of my absence. It was the training ground for your greatness. It has built a character in you that is now strong enough to carry the weight of the massive blessings I'm about to pour out. But for this specific moment, I want you to forget the blessing. Forget the future. Just be with me in the now. Feel the sacred silence. This peace is your new home. It is not a temporary emotion that will vanish tomorrow, but a permanent state of being. Whenever the world tries to shake, you return to this stillness. Remember that you are shielded by the Most High. You can finally let go of the control you've been gripping so tightly that your hands have bled. I have the wheel. I have the plan, and most importantly, I have you. My beloved, hear this prophetic truth. What the enemy intended to use for your destruction, I am now repurposing as the very fuel for your promotion. Every tear you shed in the dark has been collected in my bottle, and I am turning that sorrow into the oil of joy. The fires you were forced to walk through did not consume you. They only consumed the ropes that were binding you. I am a God of justice, and I am stepping into your situation to reverse the verdicts that have been spoken against you. Where there was shame, I am bringing a double portion of honor. Where there was a no from the world, I am speaking an eternal yes from my throne. The very people who look down on you will witness the lifting of your head. I am taking the stumbling blocks that were placed in your path, and I am stacking them to build the foundation of your new monument. The table is being prepared in the presence of your enemies, and the cup of my blessing is beginning to overflow. The reversal is not just coming, it has already been set in motion in the heavenly courts. I am now initiating a season of total restoration in your life. I am restoring your health, breathing life back into every cell and commanding your body to function in the divine order I intended. The years of chronic pain and hidden illness are coming to an end, for I am the great physician, and my touch is upon you now. I am restoring your finances, bringing back what was stolen by the devourer, and opening doors for wealth that will leave you in awe. But more than that, I'm restoring your heart and your relationships. I'm healing the fractures in your family, turning the hearts of parents to children and children to parents. I'm bringing back the peace that was robbed from your home by conflict and misunderstanding. The broken pieces of your life are not being discarded. I'm weaving them together into a masterpiece of my grace. You are not just getting back what you lost. You are receiving a plus factor, a divine surplus that will make the former glory of your life pale in comparison to the glory that is to come. The restoration has begun, and it will not stop until every area of your life reflects my goodness. Look into the mirror of my spirit, my child, and see what I see. The person you were just moments ago is gone. The one who walked into this encounter, burdened by the world and shadowed by doubt, has been consumed by my fire. I have performed a divine heart transplant, removing the heart of stone that was paralyzed by fear and replacing it with a heart of fire and peace. For years, you have lived as a beggar at the gates of my mercy, asking if there was enough for you, wondering if you were worthy of even a crumb from the table. But today, I have upgraded your identity once and for all. You're no longer one who begs for a blessing. You are the one who carries the blessing. You are my ambassador, my royal representative on this earth. The identity of the chosen one is not a title of pride, but a mantle of authority. You are now a warrior of peace, one who no longer fights for victory, but who fights from the victory I have already won. The internal war is over because you have realized that the King of the universe has made his home inside of you. From this exact moment forward, your very presence will become a catalyst for spiritual change. Everywhere your feet tread, the atmosphere will be forced to bow to the authority I have placed within your spirit. When you walk into a room filled with chaos, peace will follow you like a shadow. When you enter a house of mourning, joy will be ignited by your very breath. You are a carrier of the divine presence, a walking sanctuary of my glory. Do not shrink back anymore. Do not apologize for the light that now radiates from your eyes, for it is not your light, it is mine. You have been trained in the secret place in the furnace of affliction, specifically so that you could stand in the high places with both humility and power. You are the light of the world, a city set on a hill that can no longer be hidden by the shadows of your past. Your walk, your talk, and even your silence will speak of my goodness and my power. Go forth now, not as a victim of fate, but as a master of your destiny under my sovereign hand. You are protected, you are empowered, and you are unstoppable. My beloved, the battle has been won in the spirit, but your physical temple now needs care to sustain the victory. Do not underestimate the toll that spiritual shifting takes on your flesh. I want you to go now and drink pure water, for water is a conduit for cleansing and life. Let it wash through your system as my spirit has washed through your soul. And then I command you to rest. Do not rush back into the noise of the world or the digital distractions that crave your attention. Your body and your nervous system have just undergone a profound neurological and spiritual alignment. They need stillness to anchor these changes into your physical reality. Sleep is not a sign of weakness. It is a holy mechanism for restoration. When you sleep tonight, you will not sleep in the grip of anxiety, but in the safe enclosure of my wings. Tomorrow, you will wake up with a vigor and a sharpness of mind that you haven't felt in years because you chose to honor the sanctuary I gave you. Now that you are walking in a new frequency, you must learn the divine wisdom of boundaries. You are a vessel of light, but you must not allow the shadows of others to dim your flame. You must begin to say no to those who drain your energy and those who invite you back into the old cycles of gossip, drama, and lack. Protecting your peace is not an act of selfishness. It is being a good steward of the miracle I just performed in you. And as you set these boundaries, do not forget the power of forgiveness. I'm not asking you to forgive because those who hurt you deserve it. I'm asking you to forgive because you deserve to be free. Unforgiveness is a heavy chain that tethers you to the very person in the very past you are trying to leave behind. Cut the cord today. Release the resentment into my hands and watch how much lighter you feel. When you forgive, you are not saying what they did was right. You are saying that my grace is more powerful than their weapon. Finally, my precious one, be diligent about what you allow into your mind. Your ears and eyes are the gates to your soul, and you must guard them with all your might. Filter the information you consume. Do not feed your new upgraded identity the old garbage of fear-mongering comparison and negativity. Surround yourself with voices that resonate with my truth and beauty. Keep our connection alive through the simple act of constant short prayer. You do not need long, eloquent speeches to reach my heart. A simple whisper of, "Thank you, Father," or "I trust you, Lord," is enough to keep the heavens wide open over your head. Stay in this flow of gratitude, for radical gratitude is the shield that transforms every future challenge into a testimony of strength. You are now equipped with my wisdom. You are instructed by my spirit. You are ready to walk the earth as a manifestation of my power. The door is now standing wide open before you. My beloved, I have leveled the mountains that stood in your way, and I have cleared the thorns that once pricked your feet. Do not look back at the burning ruins of your old life. There is nothing left for you there but ashes, and I have given you beauty instead. There is no need for hesitation, for I have already walked the path ahead of you. Step through this threshold with the confidence of one who knows they are pursued by my goodness and mercy every single day. The threshold you once feared has become the gateway to your glory. I am with you in every stride, in every breath, and in every decision. Your future is not a mystery to me. It is a masterpiece I have already finished. It is done. It is sealed by my word, which does not return void. Your life is now hidden with me in the light, and no weapon formed against this new version of you shall ever prosper. Before you walk into this new day, seal this prophecy now and forever, so that it may be anchored in the heavens. Type this final decree in the comments: "It is done. My future is guarded." Let these words be the divine lock on the gate of your victory, ensuring that no thief can steal what has been imparted to you. Subscribe to this sanctuary once more to ensure that what I have started in you today, I will continue to perfect every morning. Walk in your authority, for you are my chosen one, and the world is waiting for your light. But do not stop here. Your spiritual armor needs to be reinforced, and your victory locked in tight. There is more guidance waiting for you, more layers to uncover. Do not let the momentum fade. Move forward now to the next instruction I've prepared for you, for the path of the righteous shines brighter and brighter until the full day. Step into the light.